1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz.
Welcome back to the Football Referee with Emmy Hickins, Trevor Gear, and Femi Madariola.
Then ups. So he's had more downs than up. What do you think really is going on there? What do you think is really going on?
Well, it's hard to know, and if I admire him for one thing, it's his readiness, his willingness to be honest in what he thinks about it all. Of course, they lost to Brighton at the weekend. Man United were at home, so that again, that's not a great result for them by any means. No. And I think it was after that Mr. Amorim said that this was the worst Manchester United team either for years or that there's ever been. And now that's quite an indictment of your team. But I guess what it does show is that it's still not really his team. They're not players there that he's been instrumental in bringing in. Apart, maybe there are one or two, but you still wouldn't say this is team. So I quite like his openness, his honesty. Whether it's, that said, saying something which is clearly very critical of your team and the individuals in it, is that much different from singling out one or two individuals and saying, well, you know, Rashford has caused problems and someone else has, and so on, which I would never admire any manager for doing. You should never really single out a player publicly and have a go at them. And maybe he's doing that by saying this is the worst team ever, but I suppose he's spreading the criticism amongst the whole team. But maybe it's not the wisest thing to do. Maybe he does it more towards the owners, the board, to say, look, you know, I'm struggling because a lot of these players they're not up to scratch for whatever reason. They're not good enough. So he wants a change in personnel. I mean, there's been nothing, as far as I know, in the January window so far. Actually, it's been very little activity that I can see around the Premier League generally in that. And January is a bit like that. Teams don't always acquire specifically great new players in the January window. But yeah, so I'm not quite sure. I have a hunch from what I see of Amorim, and of course I don't know the man or his methods. We talked earlier on another podcast about first impressions. My impression of him is that he's a good football man. He's a decent man, who I think he has been successful, and I think he has every chance of being successful if they give him some time. And I like to think they will give him time, because otherwise Man United are on this roller coaster of taking on managers and sacking them very quickly, like one or two other teams have done over the years, and it's not the right thing to do. They've chosen him. They should stay, in my view, keep the belief they had in him when they took him on, give him a chance to show what he can do. And
we're going to take a short break now. The Football Ref will be back shortly. You're listening to the Football Referee with Emmy Hickins, Trevor Gear, and Femi Madariola. The Football Referee will be back shortly. Please stay tuned. The Football Referee is looking for sponsors. If you're a business out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you offer, please get in touch on our website, deepstuffrecords.com. And also, if you're looking to get involved on this show, please reach out via our Facebook page, Deep Stuff Radio or Deep Stuff Records. Thank you.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, three beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show. His contribution's thoughtful and smart. Femi is his name. He likes to play our game, and his smart solutions come right from the heart.